I just finished journaling a goddess of compassion, and I would love to share with you what did I write. So goddess of compassion has come and mentor me since last month, and from July to early July, and I remember that goddess of compassion was my very first goddess that showed up and mentor with me to awaken my compassion heart. And this she came and visited again. So I'm just gonna share a few things in my journal, and hopefully that you can find resonate and also find some nuggets in there as well. So goddess of compassion, there's the forgiveness, unconditional love, realization, empathy, acceptance, and the invocation or affirmation for goddess of compassion is I recognize and I see it. So in here, I would like to bring into the word forgiveness, and perhaps also compassion and unconditional love or pure love, and also realization as well. It's all inclusive. So forgiveness is a practice. It's a practice that is an opener of the way. It's the way to free the stuck energies. So if you feel life seems stagnant or blocked in some way, notice what your present experience or situation that you have judged, and where you have contracted your energy and life force. Whatever the pain of that contraction has lodged in your body, release it. Love expands, fear contracts. And ask yourself, are you still attached to the suffering? When the mind constantly put out comparison or competition, that and also you are not enough, or I am not enough of something or the other, and you let that comparison and competitions in the mind produce that worthless show, self-worthless. They are truly the servant of suffering in the mind. You are the managing director, MD, I call it in that term, because you are the director of your own mind that make conscious decisions for your growth. Soften and release that hardened defenses surrounding the tender heart of your wounded inner child or inner mother or inner father. What is it that needs to be released, that the prisoner in you is holding on to? your heart can be a peaceful place because you are making choices in this moment not to get caught on the emotionally reactive thorns, and your mind made conditioned to love, conditions to try to make love comes or stay. Recognizing in the light of awareness that love just doesn't work that way. Goddess of Compassion is asking you to love yourself, to forgive yourself, no matter what you think, or what you do, or what you have done. Because through compassion sees in the flawless clarity, radiance awareness, that smile genuinely because it sees beyond the tiny confines of your egos and hence lovingly holds the lantern for you while you are attempting to break free. Recognize what needs to be forgiven and forgive yourself. How do you forgive yourself? Forgive the way the divine or source does in absolute unconditional adoring embrace. Embrace without any condition. Imagine that the immensity of the love, such as the divine embrace, or God's love, or source love. That means a love where there is even no need for forgiveness itself, because there are just generally no conditions to the expanse of the love that's attractive, that holds the universe together. Forgiveness is becoming the radiance of release, radiance that charge with the healing force of love. If it is your will, consciously forgive yourself. And now in this love and forgiving yourself for not seeing life experience through everyone else's eyes. What is true compassion? I question myself. It means that you can step into the other positions and really empathically feel it from the view of the hologram. Take your time. Trust me. It will be worth the effort when you genuinely and honestly forgive. It is also to ask you to have compassion from that part of you which doubts itself and believe that it can make mistake or fail, since all choices lead to growth. The subtlety of what compassion is, it truly grows along with your awareness, because only you can truly define from within your own personal experience of what compassion actually is. what has to change within you and in you immediately, immediate reality, for there to be actually be in peace, be at peace in your heart. What has to change in your world that have movement towards that position? The movement towards acceptance of all states and all ways of being look like. This means allowing everything, even the things, your mood or your woundings or your belief system or your unconditionally may not be as yet accept all behaviors. It means as well you don't close your heart to someone because of their behavior, or at least in compassion for the self. You open your heart as soon as you are able to. Divine love allows you to stumble in love, not stumble in love, to fall in love, to fall and in love, and yet picks you up each time and gently brushes you off, kisses your cheek, wipes your tears, and smiles sweetly. The goddess of compassion asks you to see the different phase of compassion, such as saying no to a non-supportive relationship rather than not anymore. Hold through compassion for the self. It is that compassion that you are being asked to hold yourself right now. To love yourself just the way you are. Not when this or that is different or in some other lifetime, but now. To fully recognize a thing naturally seeds the new. So the realization in you, the affirmation is I recognize, I see it. Realization that you are the translucent jewels in the eye of lotus.